Good day everyone. In this video we are going to solve the comprehensive quiz that I have given you yesterday. So let's start with number 1. The cam is subjected to a moment of 7 Newton meter. Determine the minimum force P that should be applied to the follower to hold the cam in the position shown. The coefficient of static friction between the cam and the follower is 0.89. So masyadong mataas, although this is just an example. The guide at A is smooth. So we need to solve for the value of the force P. So to solve for this problem, gawin natin muna class is to draw the free body diagram of itong cam natin. So yung rotating object natin, that is our cam. Okay, yan yung ating cam, So for example, this is your point O. And meron tayo, since our cam is moving in this direction, so it has a moment of Newton meter, 7 Newton meter. So meron tayo ditong ating force B or our friction at B. Then at 10 mm, so meron din tayo dito ating that is our NB. Yung FB natin, considering we have here a static coefficient of friction, that is basically mu B tapos NB, So that is our FB. So meron din tayo ditong 7 Newton meter. So gagawin natin ngayon is to take the moment, Andali lang class take the moment at point O. So gagawin natin dito is to solve for we can sum up the moment at point O, equate that to 0. So considering positive yung counterclockwise. So kayo na bahala dyan Pwede din yan maging clockwise or counterclockwise. So we have here 7 Newton meter. So this one right here is, ilan to class? Diba 10 mm to? 10 mm yan. Then dito, from here to here, that is 60 mm. Okay? So, yung NB natin will have a clockwise direction. Yung FB natin will have also a clockwise direction. So, negative yan lahat. So, negative NB. Unahin natin yung NB. That is 10 mm. So, 0.01 kasi ito Newton meter. Minus yung FB natin, which is yung mu B. Tapos NB. Then, multiply natin yan by 0.06. Equate that to 0. Yung mu B natin is already given to be 0.89. So, yan yung gagamitin natin. Now, makukuha na natin yung NB natin. So, kuha lang tayo ng calculator. So, 7 minus NB x times 0.01 minus 0.89 times NB natin and then times 0.06. Alpha equal to 0. Shift solve, makukuha natin yung NB natin to be equivalent to 110. 110.41 newtons. Okay, so yan yung NB natin, but ang solve natin is the value of our P. So, pero kung kukunin natin yung free body diagram of the next component nito, itong part na to class, diba, ayan. So, for example, ito. Okay, diba? Ito yung NB natin. Dito naman yung P natin. So, we can simply use the summation of forces along Y, equate that to 0. So, yung P natin is just equivalent to our NB, which is equivalent to 110.41 Newton. So, yan na yung sagot natin for this problem. Okay? Yan na yung sagot natin for that problem. Okay? Now, for our next problem, ito medyo mahirap to class. Refer to the cable below. Sandali lang Refer to the cable below and consider segment BC remains horizontal. Itong BC remains horizontal and F is equivalent to 8 kN. So, itong part na to, itong F daw dito is 8 kN. So, solve natin tong value ng P natin. How to solve for that one. Meron din tayong YB dito, So, later, try natin isa-solve din ito, So, for our P, pwede natin gawin is to cut our cable in this manner. So, meron tayong, itong part na to, let's say for example, that is our section A. Itong part na to naman, ito yung section B natin. Now, what we can do is to take the individual moments, no? Itong, okay, by the way, ito, we have here AX. Ito naman, we have here AY. Itong part na to, we have here EX. Itong part na to, we have also EY. So, ang gagawin natin ngayon is to solve for the value of P. Now, to solve for the value of P, so, dito tayo sa free body diagram, FBD at A, no? So, we'll sum up the moment at point A. Okay, equate that to 0. So, ano yung moment ng A natin? Itong sa point B, which is 4 kilonewton, no? 4 kilonewton. And take note class, meron tayo ditong BC. And ito din na part dito, meron tayong BC din, no? So, ito magiging 4. Tapos yung, that is positive ha. Kasi clockwise yan, no? That is 4 from point A. And then, meron tayong BC. And yung BC naman, negative. Tama. Negative yung magiging ano niya, direction. BC. And then, yung perpendicular distance niya to point A is equivalent to YB. Okay? Equate that to 0. Wala na, no? So, basically, yung BC, YB natin, transpose natin sa kabila. Yung BC, YB natin is equivalent to 16. So, this is our first equation. Now, using FBD at B, okay, using FBD at B, okay, what we can do is to still sum up the moment at point E. Now, this time, sabihin natin, counterclockwise is positive. Equate that to 0. Pwede lang man din clockwise, no? Kasi, mas convenient kung counterclockwise kasi itong E nandito na part. Okay? So, ano lang yung may mga moment, itong 8 kilonewton. Positive yan, counterclockwise. So, 8 tapos multiplied by the distance from point E, that is 2. Also, yung P na pinapahanap natin, P, and then the distance from point E, that is 5. Okay? And then you have also BC. BC will have a clockwise direction, saya negative BC. And then that is equivalent to, ilan to class? Similar lang din, that is YB. Okay, equivalent to 0. And then, transpose natin ito sa kabila. Unahin na natin yan. BC, YB, equivalent to 8 times 2, which is 16, plus 5P. And now, this is our second equation. As you can observe, yung BC, YB natin and BC, YB, they are just equal. So, we can just say, we equate, okay, equate equation 1 with equation 2. So, BC, YB, BC, YB. So, that means that is 16 equivalent to 16 plus 5P. Okay, 16 equivalent to 16 plus 5P. Okay? So, ano yung 5P natin? Okay. So, actually, magiging error to, no? I think. Magiging error talaga to class. 16. Kasi hindi proportionate. Shift solve. 0 pa lang masasagot natin dito. So, P natin is equivalent to 0. So, wala pa lang value yung P natin. Okay? Kasi iniba ko yung given. Pero, in its original na, meron yung value yung P, ha? Okay? But that depends on the value of here, yung F na binigay dito. Since 8 to, nagkataon na they are just equal, so mean to say, yung P natin will have no, force. Okay? That is P 0 kilonewton. Sabihin natin, solve natin yung, okay? Pero ang tanong dito is determine itong P at saka yung YB, no? So, solve natin itong YB na to. Okay, sandali lang class. Okay, to solve for the value of itong YB or sag natin dito sa point B natin class, we need to consider the entire FBD. Okay, entire FBD. For FBD of the entire diagram, meaning to say, itong part na to, kunin natin yung value nitong AX, AY, tsaka EX, AY. So, una, pwede natin gawin, we can sum up the moment at point A. So, para yung AX, AY will have 0 moment here. So, considering clockwise is positive. So, ano lang yung may moment dito? 4 kilonewton. 4 kilonewton, that is 4 Okay, for yung perpendicular distance niya galing sa point A. So, meron din tayong considering the entire ha. So, meaning to say wala na itong BC kasi we are considering the entire diagram. So, P, because 0 man yan, so 0 times 10, which is our perpendicular distance, is equivalent pa rin sa 0. So, F, which is 8 kilonewton from A, that is 3 plus 6, 9 plus 4, that is 13. So, 8 no, plus 8 times 13. No? And then, lastly, yung EY natin, by the way, yung sorry, this is EX. Your Y, ito yung EX natin. Yung EX natin, it will intersect the AX natin. So, meaning to say, it will have no moment at all. Itong part na to. So, wala yung moment. So, yung may moment lang yung EY. And that is counterclockwise, kaya magiging negative EY. And then, yung perpendicular distance niya galing sa A would be 4 plus 6, 10, 3 plus 5, 5. 3 plus 2, 5. So, 10 plus 5, that is 15. Okay? Equate that to 0. So, transpose natin to. Masasolve natin yung EY, which is equivalent to, so, kuha natin yung calculator natin. So, that is about 4 times 4 plus 8 times 13. And that is to be divided by 15. So, yung sagot dito is 8. Yung EY natin is 8 kilonewton pala. And then, summation of forces along Y for the entire FBD pa rin yan ha. So, meron tayong EY 8. Okay. Meron tayong 4 kilonewton na negative doon, pababa, itong part na to. So, 4 kilonewton. We also have 8 kilonewton. Itong EY pataas yan. 8, then A minus 4, then minus 8. No? Then, we have here positive AY, equivalent to 0. Ito, makancel lang yan. So, therefore, yung AY natin is also equivalent to 4 kilonewton. So, yan yung values ng ating EY at saka AY. And then, solve natin yung value naman ng EX at saka AX. So, pwede natin gawin. Punta tayo sa joint E. Okay, we will consider joint E. So, ano yun sa joint E dyan? Meron tayong EY, which is equivalent to 8. Sorry. So, which is equivalent to 8 kilonewtons. No? Sorry, 8 kilonewtons. So, ito, EX. Yung kinukuha natin dito. And, meron din tayo ditong DE or ED. Pwede lang DE. Okay, DE. And also, itong angle na to. Okay, gawa tayo ng line. Itong angle na to, class. Angle, sabihin natin DE. Okay, ano yung angle DE na yan? So, meron tayo ditong parang triangle, no? Triangle. Ganito. So, kunin natin itong angle na to. So, considering this one is 2 meters, itong part na to 2 meters, and itong part na to is 3 meters. So, makukuha natin yung angle natin. So, yung angle DE natin equivalent to arctan of, yung opposite side niya is 3 all over 2. So, yung opposite is 3, yung adjacent is 2. So, makukuha natin yung angle theta of angle ED, that is shift tan 3 over 2, or that is equivalent to 56.31. So, yung angle DE natin is 56.31 degree. Yan yung angle ED natin, or DE. Now, since nakuha naman natin to, no, which is 56.31, makukuha na natin yung EX. So, how to solve for that one? We can use summation of forces along Y, equate that to 0. Unahin natin yung Y, no? So, we have here 8 kilonewtons minus DE. And that is sine of 56.31, equate that to 0. Transpose natin to, therefore we get DE sine of 56.31 equivalent to 8. Or simply we can divide by sine so we can solve for the value of DE. So ano yung value natin? Okay, 8 over sine of 56.31, and that would give us 9.61. Okay, DE is 9.61 kilonewton. Yan yung DE natin. Now, summation of forces along X, equate that to 0. Meron tayong EX minus ito, 9.61 our DE, then cosine of 56.31 equivalent to 0. Yung EX pala natin is equivalent to 9.61 cosine of 56.31, and that would give us 5.33. Okay, 5.33 kilonewton. Yan yung EX natin. And then based on our diagram, yung EX natin at AX natin is just equal, no? Summation of forces along X for the entire diagram class, AX is equivalent to EX. So therefore, yung AX natin is also 5.33 kilonewton. Okay? So yan yung AX natin. Now since nakuha na natin yung AX natin, then meron na tayong AY, EX, then masasolve na natin yung YB natin. If we were be able to solve itong need natin kukunin yung sandali. Pwede natin gawin is gamitin natin tong to solve for YB. Pwede natin gamitin tong section A. And tingnan natin. Kung gagamitin natin itong part na to, section A, meron tayong AY, AX, meron tayong BX at saka 4. Unknown yung BX, no? Pero based on this one, ay BX yung BC, masasolve natin yung BC to be equivalent to AX lang, no? Based on this given. So yung AX at BX ay BC is just equal. Tama ba? Kasi summation of forces along X, no, BC minus AX, ang summation of forces along Y, AY tsaka 4 kilonewton. So yung BC pala natin is just equivalent to AX lang. Okay? So using FBD at A, okay, FBD at A, no, summation of forces along X equate that to 0. So yung AX natin is equivalent lang sa BC. So BC pala natin is 5.33 kilonewton also. So yan yung gagamitin natin, no? So we will just be evaluating itong joint B, no? At joint B, meron tayo ditong 4 kilonewton. So meron tayong joint B dito. So this is 4 kilonewton, no? Ito naman nakuha natin, which is 5.33. And then lastly is itong AB natin or BA. Okay? Ito yung BA natin. And yung angle natin dyan, okay, hindi natin yan alam, no? Hindi natin alam yung angle dito. Angle, sabihin natin BA. So we need to solve for angle BA para gamitin natin yung angle BA to solve for our YB. Kasi kung makuha natin yung angle AB natin, this one is equivalent to 4 based on our given. Ito, 4. Then makukuha na natin yung YB natin by using the tangent function. Okay? So, kukunin mo natin tong YB, angle AB natin. So, we can just use the summation of forces along, let's say for example, X, equate that to 0. Or, unahin natin yung Y, equate that to 0. So, BA, then that is sine of angle BA. Okay, minus 4, equate that to 0, or transpose natin negative 4, magiging positive 4. So this is our first equation. Then summation of forces along X, equate that to 0. So unahin natin to, 5.33 minus BA cosine of angle BA. Okay, equate that to 0. Transpose natin to. So unahin natin tong, okay, transpose natin negative BA. So magiging unahin natin yan, positive BA cosine angle BA equivalent to 5.33. So this is our second equation. Now by dividing first equation by the second equation, no? Divide first equation and second equation, we get, okay, we get BA sine angle BA equivalent to 4 all over BA cosine angle BA equivalent to 5.33. So ito, makancel lang tong BA na to. So sin theta over cosine theta will be equivalent to tangent theta. Then angle BA will now be equivalent to, so we have here arctan of 4 over 5.33. So, makukuha na natin yung angle BA natin. So, arctan of 4 over 5.33. So, yung sagot dito is equivalent to 36.89. 36.89 angle. So, yan yung ating angle BA. So, kung nakuha natin yung angle BA, masasolve na natin yung YB natin. So, basically, tan of 36.89 equivalent to yung opposite, YB, over adjacent 4. So, yung YB pala natin is equivalent to 4 tangent 36.89, or that is simply equivalent to 4. So, ito na lang, 4 tapos tan of our answer. And that would give us 3. Okay, approximately 3. No? Approximately 3. Sabihin natin approximately 3. So, yan yung sagot natin for this problem. Okay? So, yan yung sagot natin for that problem. Pero hindi yan exactly 3, approximately 3 na lang based sa ating value na nakuha dito. Okay? This is 3.001. So, that is our answer for this problem. Okay? Nagkataon lang na similar lang yung ano dito ng approximately kasi sinabi natin na F is equivalent to 8 kN. So, similar lang yung magiging parang ano niyan, parang diagram. Pero in case na hindi 8 kN dito, meron tayong value ng P, and then magkaiba din yung YB at saka itong dito na part. Okay? But based on our example, similar lang yung makukuha natin. Now, for our third problem, tingnan ko lang ako, naka-record pa ba ako? Okay, naka-record pa naman. For our next problem, determine the moment of inertia of the cross-sectional area with respect to x and the y-axis. So, kukunin natin yung I sub x at saka yung I sub y. So, yan yung mga moment of inertia. So, ang gagawin ko is i-redraw ko lang ito saglit. No? Na gagawin natin class is hatiin natin to into various segments. So, gagawin ko itong part na to. And then itong part na to. Ayan. Itong part na to also. Ayan. So, meron tayong itong part na to. Let's say, for example, first segment. Tsaka ito, gawin natin second segment. Since similar lang sila, so pwede natin gawin dalawang second segment yan. Okay, now, kukunin natin yung, ito yung centroid ng ating second segments. Tama ba? Ito naman yung centroid ng ating first segment. So, yung sa centroid ng first segment is, kung i-moment natin siya with respect to x and y axis, so nandun lang din siya sa centroid niya, no? So, pero itong part na to, at saka itong part na to, kukunin natin yung perpendicular distance niya, galing dito. So half nito, no, which is 10, no? 10. So, galing dito, papunta dito, that would give us, ilan class? 50, di ba? Okay, sorry, mali. 400 plus 10, 410 pala. Kala ko 40. So, 410 yung, ano nito, value. The same lang siya dito, class, ha? The same lang yan, kasi symmetrical lang yan sila. So, itong part na to hanggang dito is equivalent yan sa 410 din. Now, galing dito, okay, papunta dito sa centroid na to, itong centroid na to, okay, since yung thickness niya is 20, half of that is 10, no? So, we have here, half of this is 100 man ito, half of that is 50. 50 plus 10, that would give us 60. Tama ba? So, 60 yung perpendicular distance niya galing dito. Similar lang yan dyan dito. Similar lang yan, ha? So, this is also 60. So, yan gagamitin natin ng mga dimensions class. Now, unahin natin yung I sub x. So, yung I sub x is summation ng moment of inertia nitong x first segment, tapos moment of inertia of the second segment. So, dalawa man yung segment na yan, so multiply natin to by 2. Okay? So, sa first segment class, okay, ito na lang. Yung sa first segment, itong first segment, since yung x and y axis is nasa mismong centroid niyan. So, di ba yung I sub x for rectangle, that is 1/2 bh cube lang. Okay, yan yun. So, di na tayo gagamit ng parallel axis theorem dyan kasi yung centroid natin at yung axis kung saan natin siya i-moment is nag-coincide lang. So, ito lang yung I sub x sub 1. Now, for I sub x sub 2, so, gagamitan natin yan ng parallel axis theorem. Now, una, 1/12 pala class, 1/12. 1/12 bh cube. So, make sure na memorize nyo yung rectangle, the most simplest na usually common figure na magagamit natin. Although yung triangle just a circle is dapat din memorize nyo. Okay? So 1 over 12 BH cube, ito 2. Then yung I sub x sub 2 natin. So yung I sub x, so the similar pa din, 1 over 12 BH cube. Okay, BH cube pa rin yan. Pero gagamitan natin yan ng parallel axis theorem kasi so nakita nyo man yung segmento is hindi coincide yung centroid niya dito sa ating imo-moment na x and y. So mean to say we have to multiply area, we need to add area tapos yung dy square natin. Okay, similar lang din yan sa I sub y later, no? So ngayon is solve na natin. Okay, ito gawin natin base 1 height 1 kasi magkaiba yan, ha. Base 2 height 2, ha. Magkaiba yan, class. So 1 over 12, yung base natin for the first segment, ito yung base niya, no. So that is 20 mm. So 20 mm. Yung height naman niya, ito, galing dito papunta dito. So ilang height yun, class? 400 plus 400. So that is 800 cube. Plus twice of 1 over 12. No, 1 over 12. Yung base 2 natin, ito naman yung base natin for the second na segment. So if ito is 100, and then yung thickness nito is 20, 100 plus 20, that would become 120. Okay, 120. At saka yung height niya, ito na yun, which is 20. Okay, cube. Plus, yung area ng ating segment 2 is 20 by 120. Tama ba? 20 by 120. Okay, similar lang yan. So, 120 by 20. And yung perpendicular distance niya, that is dy. So, meaning to say, itong part nito, 410. So, 410 squared. Kaya, importante yung dimension. Perpendicular distance. Okay, with respect to our axis of rotation. Okay, so yung I sub x pala natin would be equivalent to, so lahat yan naka mm, ha. So mm raised to the power 4 yan lahat. So 1 over 12 to be multiplied by 20, then we have here 800 cube, and then plus twice of 1 over 12 tapos 120 tapos 20 cube, then plus 120 tapos 20, and then we have here 410 square. Okay, so tama naman lahat siguro, no? So yung sagot dito would be equivalent to, ayun, so gawin natin yan into scientific notation. So yung sagot dyan is 1.66 times 10 raised to the power of 9 mm raised to the power of 4. So yan yung sagot natin for I sub x. I sub x is yung moment of inertia about the x-axis. Now for the moment of inertia about the y-axis, okay, a moment of inertia about the y-axis, no? So segment 1 pa rin, okay, I sub y sub 1 plus twice of I sub y sub 2. So dalawa man itong second segment. Now for I sub y, so for I sub y sub 1, so similar lang, yung x and y axis natin is nasa centroid mismo. So gagamitin natin dito is 1 over 12, yung base naman yung naka-cube dito, tapos yung height. Para sa y, ha. Kung along x, yung height yung naka-cube. Okay? Plus twice, similar pa rin yung gagamitin natin, 1 over 12. Machi-change lang yung positioning ng ating, so ito 1, 1, ito 2, yung ating exponent na cube. Okay? Plus, yung area natin, which is area natin, base 2, height 2 pa rin yan. Tapos, instead of dy, dx na naman yung gagamitin natin. Yung perpendicular distance. Ano yung dx natin dito? Which is 60. Ito yung 60. Okay? So, gawin natin, I sub I, equivalent to 1 over 12. Yung base 1 natin, similar lang dito sa base 1 natin, which is 20. Pero yan lang yung this time na naka-cube. And then, yung height 1 natin is 800 pa rin. Okay? 800 pa rin yan. Plus 2 of 1 over 12. Yung base 2 natin. Base 2 natin is 120. Now, this time, yan yung naka-cube. Yung height 2 natin, which is 20, yan yung hindi na naka-cube ngayon. Plus, similar pa rin yung area natin, 120 times 20. And then, this time, yung dx square natin is now equivalent to 60 square. Okay? So, yan lang yung mati-change dyan, no? So, gawin natin, i-change na natin yung positioning. So dito na yung naka-cube. Sorry. Okay, masab tayo class. Change. 1 over 12. Then 20. Sorry. 20 cube plus 800 times 800 plus 2 times 1 over 12. And then meron tayo ditong okay, 120 cube. 120 cube. And then we have here 20. Okay, plus 120 times 20 times 60 square. Okay, yung sagot dito will be equivalent to this one. So, eng tayo para maging... So, lagay natin exponent na 9 dapat yan. So, shift eng pa rin. So, 0. So, I sub y will be equivalent to 0.24. Sabihin natin 0.024 times 10 raised to the power of 9 mm raised to the power of 4. So, yan yung sagot natin for this problem. So, for our last problem, determine the moment of inertia for the shaded area about the x-axis. So, kung ganito yung problem natin class and we need to solve for the moment of inertia about the x-axis. So, gagamitin natin na formula would be yung binigay ko na integral. I sub x, so the moment of inertia about x-axis will be equivalent to the integral of yung y squared, diba? Y squared dA. Now, ito yung tawag nito, ito yung property, no? Ito yung technique para to solve for the moment of inertia. Kung about x-axis tayo, so for example, ito, about this axis. Gagawa tayo ng ano, no? Yung differential area na gagamitin natin is hindi yung vertical. Okay, hindi vertical. Kasi kung kukuha tayo ng moment of inertia about a certain axis, make sure na yung differential area natin is perpendicular, is parallel. Dapat parallel siya dito sa ating kung saan natin siya i-rotate. Ganito. Okay? Kung I sub x, yon. So, meaning to say, ito yung centroid yun, no? So, ito yung parang y natin. No, y. So, kung kukunin natin yung I sub x, ito yung gagamitin natin. What if kukunin natin yung I sub y? So, ito naman yung strip na gagamitin natin. Itong part na to. So, this is for I sub y. Ito yung for I sub x. Basta, make sure lang, kung kukuha tayo ng moment about a certain axis, ang gagamitin natin na differential area is yung parallel siya mismo sa ating axis of rotation. So, in this problem, itong part na to, or itong differential na strip na to, differential na rectangular strip, yung gagamitin natin. Pagpalagay natin, class, na this one is x. This one is also x, tama ba? Itong part na to, x. So, ano yung differential area natin dyan? Okay, base times height, di ba? Itong height na to is dy. Okay, dy, differential y, no? Yan yung nag-change, no? Because that is horizontal strip. So, yung area pala natin would be 2x dy. Now, kung i-plug in natin dyan dito, I sub x equivalent sa y squared, then we have differential area 2x dy, no? Hindi pa natin yan ma-integrate kasi we still have x here. Then, lahat ng ito, naka-y dapat. So, to get kailangan natin kukunin yung relationship ng x at y using this equation. So, 4y equivalent to 4 minus 2, x squared. No? X squared. So, gawin natin, transpose natin to sa kabila, magiging x squared equivalent to 4 minus 4y. Tama ba? 4 minus 4y. So, yan yung ating x squared, no? So, ngayon, let's take the square root of that. So, you would get x equivalent to, itong 4, actually, ma-factor out natin yan. 1 minus y na lang, natira, no? Then, square root of that. Square root of 4 is 2. Then, square root of 1 minus y, similar lang sa 1 minus y. So, yan yung ating ilalagay na value for x. Okay? So, yung I sub x natin will be equivalent to, so, since naka-dy tayo, so, yung limit natin is from y1 to y2. So, yung y1 natin is obviously 0, papunta dito, which is equivalent to 1. So, from 0 to 1 yan. Okay? Y squared, then we have here 2, and then yung x natin is 2 square root of 1 minus y tapos dy. So, matira na lang na process nito is to solve using our calculator. So, y squared, so since wala mang y squared dyan, maka-ds lang to lagi. So, yung y, pagpalagay natin na x. Times 2, then, ito gawin natin into exponent, 1 minus x. Then, raised to the power of 1/2 or square root, di ba? And then, that is evaluated from 0 to 1. So, yung sagot dito, so, hintayin lang natin saglit kasi may radical tayo or may exponent tayo na fraction. Hintayin lang tayo saglit, class. So, yung sagot natin dito for I sub x is equivalent to 0.61 na lang. Okay, that is naka-fit raised to the power of 4. So, yan yung sagot natin for this problem. Okay, I hope that you were able to follow through the discussion and I hope that you are prepared na for your upcoming final exam. Thank you everyone for listening and I'll see you in the next one.